Today is May 17, 2026. It is 6:46 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1 is on PYTE, where I talk about Meghan and Lily, the selfie image that Meghan took with Lily's back in the mirror. So it's on PYTE. So I have some tweets here to share with you. Let's go over them really quickly. This is the one that I bookmark. I put on the list some screenshots. Okay. I post this on my community board where Camila is talking about Kate is not suitable for William. Okay, there's it here. No aristocratic blood. Camila did not think Kate was an appropriate choice by William. Of all people, she should be the last person to talk about things like that. Alright, so this was in response to this royal bombshell from Radar Online. They'll have a palace fuming. Queen Camila, Brendan, Kate Middleton comment and below the salt with no aristocratic blood and beg William to dump her for posh, high-born beauties with hyphenated names. Oh my God. She reportedly called Carol Middleton a gauche opportunist and schemer. Of all people, I mean, they all are. In my humble opinion, all of these people are grifters. They're trying to take advantage of the institution. Why do you think Camilla leashed onto Charles all her life? Oh my God. I mean, this is not to say the others are not, but of all people, she should just shut her mouth. Where does she think she came from? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yet now Camilla's queen, Britain is absolutely raging. So there's that. You guys could... I'm not even gonna click on that Radar Online thing. Next tweet. She messed up Diana's marriage. 3 in a marriage. Next one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. King Charles, who is a billionaire, got a 4.5 million, was it? 4.5 million raised along with his wife Camilla Parker Bowles. It's really laughable, lol. You keep paying for these two vultures. Alright, this is 3 minutes and 25 seconds. What is that about? Okay, I'm just going really quickly. Jesus Christ. Playing dress up. When was this? Camilla's in front. Then they said this is... Oh my God. She's just rushing. She's just rushing. There was a picture that I saw with the barricade and there wasn't that many people. So that it was at the time. Oh my Lord. They really love their things. A chest full of medals and has never been in combat. Exactly. It's a circus. Do they never tired of pretentiousness of it all and paying it to... Oh. What is that now? King Charles exposed. 7 seconds.
Is King Charles an inbred clown? That is confirmed. Yes. Thank you, spirits. I'm Kirby Kirk. Is King Charles an inbred clown? That is confirmed. Yes. Thank you, spirits. I'm Kirby Kirk.
Oh my God. Let's see. There's this here. Prince Andrew, the stain of Britain, King Charles. I just don't know about that one. Queen Camilla, the queen no one cares for. Jimmy Savile, no longer around to fix it, but the son will be different. Alright, let's go to the next one. I see this one, LOL. I think this is the next I have on the list. I think is that. Someone posted again. Yep, that's the same thing. King Charles exposed. I forget that. We went over it.
Clown? That is confirmed. Yes. Thank you, spirits.
Alright, let's go to the next one. How about Bob the Builder? This one is a squaddy who posted it. I think it was on the caption. Alright, I wonder which episode of Bob the Builder Kate is watching today with her notepad, taking notes for her life's work project. Who she's gonna consult next? Luigi from Super Mario? I saw that. There was another one, another tweet where they mentioned Bob the Builder. Girl, I saw this. I thought of your tweet the other day. See what you started? So I'm editing this video after I finish edit Meghan's speech at Switzerland and all of that. So I kept this video a bit later. But later when I find out that Kate actually said it. But when I first came across those tweets, I thought it was the squad who were just joking around. Then I think Not My King shared a video of Kate talking, and then she said something about Bob the Builders. So that's where that came from. She did say it. Oh my God. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. That here. Is that an ad? Grown folks business, haha. Good morning, Sussex Squad. I'm up and ready. Meghan, Switzerland. If you're over 40 and still learning basic life skills, at some point it stopped being a learning curve. You are just a slow person. Oh, Bob was minding his own business, you know, building, and all of a sudden he gets thrust into Rush Today, Italy whirlwind of confusion. Poor Bob the Builder had no clue, all because Charles let leak Meghan is speaking at who in Switzerland. Sorry, Bob. Oh, and if that doesn't work, there's always Postman Pat, Fireman Sam, or in a real emergency, Homer Simpson. Bob the Builder. So did Charles leak that Meghan was gonna be in Switzerland? So there's another tweet making reference to Bob the Builder. This is where she first mentioned it. Oh, no. I think this is the second time she mentioned Bob the Builder. But the tweet that I'm about to share, I think that was the first time she mentioned it. No, it's not. That's where it kind of popped up. Let's pause. Okay, Kate quotes a latest research in the field. When that does not impress, it's back to as a mother. Alright, let's see, 16 seconds. What did she say?
There's a popular character called Bob the Builder, and he has a philosophy which is we use recycle. Can you embrace that here?
That's where she mentioned it. Wait, did she?
There's a popular character called Bob the Builder, and he has a philosophy of reduce, reuse, recycle. And you embrace that here?
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's why she mentioned it. I thought it was the squad who brought it up like this. Just randomly. This is what happened when I don't follow these people. The squad mentioned The squad mentioned it. Oh my God. Oh my God, she mentioned it. The squad went with it. Can we fix it? No, we can't. This is what happened when I don't listen to the thing. That's from Not My King. Posted that. Oh my Lord. That's where she mentioned it. I thought it was the squad who brought it up. Oh Lord. Imagine flying to Switzerland to stalk a woman you claim is irrelevant. Tom Sykes couldn't be bothered flying to Italy last week, but knows his rabid followers will be breathlessly awaiting updates on Meghan's every move. These people are obsessed and beyond help. Okay, I'm in Geneva tomorrow. Meghan, who has 4.5 million followers on Instagram, will give a speech about the dangers of social media for kids. I wonder if she will address the elephant in the room or ignore it as usual. What's the elephant in the room here? What's the elephant in the room? Shame on him. He speaks so ill of Meghan, yet flying to Switzerland to harass and bully her. Sick. What? Okay, what is the elephant in the room? Thank you. I'm wondering what is the elephant in the room that this old twat is talking about. Agree with Zandy. Going to Italy to cover KKK wouldn't have made him money, but with flies to feed his fellow derangers by going to Switzerland will pay for May's mortgage has been hacked. I find this kind of terrifying. You hate her so much. You trash and mocked her at every opportunity. Why are you showing up at her event? These people are dangerous. So true, it's pathetic to hear them talk about her, call her irrelevant, yet follow her around, and after all these years and hate, they still follow up behind the so-called non-working royals. Then Kate just could dress herself somewhere. They should still be focused on that. Oh my goodness. The only elephant in that room will be Tom Sykes. I wonder if he does not see the irony of jetting off to Europe uninvited to stalk. Oh my lord. Let's get to the next tweet. These people are crazy, but that Bob the Builder thing got me. I didn't know she was the one who mentioned it. I thought it was the squad. Next tweet. Forgive me for reposting a deranger, but I find it interesting that even derangers are becoming frustrated by the early years scam. The truth is, Kate has no interest whatsoever in early years. It's a hoax project. The uses of me PR stunt. Even the little girls at Reggio Emilia spotted the scam immediately. That's the little girls who's looking at her so strange. If a KP spokesperson really said this, then they are very stupid. The proper response should have been, she has lined up a few destinations and will announce at the appropriate time. They need to fire everyone handling her comms. They make her look and sound incompetent. What is that? Where next? According to the Times, the Princess of Wales asked her staff for a list of possible future destination for her early years work after hearing how the child center Reggio Emilia approach to early years education was developed in the city after whatever. Mona is really frustrated with the lack of output from two middle-aged people. Kate is being treated like a child. Meanwhile, she's a 44-year-old woman. I think someone like Mona wouldn't care if Harry and Meghan had disappeared in 2020. The fact that they didn't and actually have built something great for themselves and continue to show up on the world stage really does show how little William and Kate do. This was a great chance for Kate to talk about her supposed life work, and she sent out her executive to do it. Okay. See, I don't follow them, so I don't know. If you can confidently communicate what you're doing, then chances are you aren't the one doing the work. That's what I've said. Not in exact framing like this. And I said, if she had a goal, if she knew what she wanted, she could always bring experts to help her, and then they will help her frame her narrative to get to her goal. I don't think she has any goal, because they were saying something about Meghan is not an expert to talk about that, and I was like, well, she bring expert, she has a goal, she bring expert to help her, and Harry and Meghan, they have experience on things. Alright, well said. Harry and Meghan continue to show that impact is possible without the drain on the public purse that the leftovers are. And all the Italian visit did was confirm that Kate know nothing about anything. I didn't follow them, so I have nothing to say, with the exception of things I've already shared with you. Yep, which again could have been used to position her in a different way. She's the one who should have gone out to speak about her work. Whenever Harry and Meghan go anywhere, I notice it usually involves some sort of speech. This was a big missed opportunity for Kate to address the expert, but perhaps KP knows to keep her quiet and interact with the kids, play with toys, then call it a job well done. Laughing my ass off. I can't even begin to imagine what the government and foreign office think when they could have had two of the baddest, that's the B word, since Diana. Laughing my ass off. Because Charles and Harry share schedule, KP's spies planted in King's Court. But news to KP that Meghan will be at who? Oh, I didn't think about this. I did not think about this. I think so too. But one thing I said in some past video when that thing she's going to Italy first came up, and I said something like what is it, if Charles had known what Harry and Meghan would be doing, they would try to sabotage it. So that's probably true. Someone probably know in advance. Of these people, it seems like many of these people tends to like have some sort of validation or some kind of, job well done, pat in the head for alerting the palace of things that's happening, things that will interest the palace. So yeah, there might be some people who knew what Harry and Meghan were gonna be doing, and then they alert the palace, and then the palace then schedule for that woman to go over there and do her thing. Yeah, I think so too. Because Switzerland this weekend, KP organized a rush unorganized 2-day Italy tour, that makes sense. Yeah, because what is it? They scratch each other's back. Whoever's giving the award, because I did look it up what it was about. It's about education and whatnot, and I was like, yeah, they just call their buddies to give her award and then show up. My thought exactly. She told her staff to plan for a new destination, so when Harry and Meghan travel to another country, she will announce her plan for another trip that will focus on early years. Yeah, this is entirely a panic response to Harry and Meghan's plan. Well, they give her the stage, she didn't do anything with it. She's not even pretending to be smart. Referring a fictional character, Bab the Builder, is not only damaging to the monarchy, but also question why UK government continue to subsidize that grifting family. It's so cringe. Oh my lord, my lord, my lord. And then I was thinking of something, but it's another country. Alright, 3 more tweets. Alright, let's pause. She will never be Diana, of course, not with her laziness. Okay, responding to this Princess of Wales isn't interested in doing a Diana. Kate's Italian jab this week shows how she's carving her own path in the royal fold and why she's doing it her way. My column. An estimate of 45 to 60 million people read about Catherine's visit in the international press this week. Catherine is bringing up her family, attending state's event, and bringing millions to learn about early years education. What have you found this month? What have you found this month? Sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you are saying. Oh my lord. I really thought that video, I didn't think she said that. Oh my god, 10 minutes. Let's see here. Why has Kate Middleton only just decided now at the age of 44 that she wants to get her head down and do some truly meaningful work and not just back-ticking exercise? This is 10 minutes. Oh my god, it's too much. Kate's pathetic attempt to rival Harry and Meghan is laughable. Okay, let's pause that. She wants to know which countries will actually welcome her PR cosplay. Kate is unable to explain what she accomplished in the last 5 years of her project or can't even speak about it. I guess she's planning to take Bab the Builder with her on her trip as a distraction. Oh my lord, Kate is an embarrassment. Where will her next visit? Africa. You know what I'm thinking? Carmen San Diego. That's what came to me. But that show is too smart. 10 minutes is pretty long.
So why has Kate Middleton only just decided now, at the age of 44, to get her head down and do truly meaningful work and not just another box-ticking exercise? So apparently when Kate was flying back home on the plane from Italy, she was apparently urging her team and her staff to find other places and countries that she'd like to visit for her early years. And she apparently said to him that she needed them to draw up a list of future destinations. And I just can't see this from Kate. She's so lazy. I just can't imagine Kate saying that. And this woman's been in the royal family 15 years, and now all of a sudden she decides that she actually does want to travel around the world and to promote herself, because that's what she's doing. She's not actually going around the world to make a difference and promote change. She's doing it because she wants to raise her profile and her image because of Harry and Meghan. So as I said, on the plane, coming home from Italy, and she apparently said to her staff that she wants a list of countries drawn out so they know where she's going to be visiting next. But I'm not being funny, 15 years in the royal family, and she's just decided, it's just dawned on her now that she just wants to start working like Meghan and Harry. I mean, it's a bit too late, Kate. 15 years, you had the chance to. And don't say it's because she had young children and a family. Meghan's got young children, yet she's working like a Trojan. And again, they're having to do this now. This is a new change for Kate, and it's trying to make out like she is motivated with her work when really she isn't. She's lazy and work shy. but they're having to do something to try and make her look like she is keen working. But as I said before, she's literally been in the royal family 15 years and she's achieved absolutely nothing. But now, because of Harry and Meghan's global tour to Australia, it was a huge success, and it was only for 4 days. And after they received all that global audience and attention, it's like Kate wants to get that global audience and attention that Harry and Meghan have. And she's done a 360-degree turn, Kate. She's done it because she just wants to become Meghan. She has to be like Meghan. And they're just having to make her appear enthusiastic about future work schedules, and it's an overreaction because of Harry and Meghan's tour in Australia. And obviously Kate's advisors are now saying, look, we're going to send you out to foreign countries to boost your popularity and your image, because you're just not getting that global media attention staying in London all the time. And they're literally throwing everything, throwing the whole kitchen sink at Kate, just to try and get her exactly like Meghan. And the palace want Kate to become a global icon, just like Diana and Meghan. Because if you remember, Diana went abroad a hell of a lot, she did, after her and Charles got divorced. And she was this global icon everywhere she went. People went, oh my goodness, it's Princess Diana. But it wasn't just what she looked like, it's what she'd actually done. She'd made change. She did the landmine, she did the aid, shaking hands with them. And it's almost like Kate's team have only just cottoned on that Harry and Meghan are the global superstars, and her and William are just irrelevant. And it's almost like they've said, look, you're only relevant in the UK, and now we've realised that we need to get you paraded around other countries abroad, because the UK isn't boosting your image enough. And we're going to send you around the world, and that will raise your profile and you'll become like Meghan. But another thing is, I think Kate needs to stop using the cancer card now. One, I still think she never had it. I still think she had a mental breakdown. And two, if you're going to keep bringing up the cancer card, you could have at least say what stage it was and what type of cancer was. But again, I think that's why she's never had it, because she just won't say. And I think they said, look, you've never had it, so how the hell could you say what type and stage it was? So enough of the cancer card. Everyone has cancer in life, everyone goes through chemotherapy treatment. Don't pretend this woman's the only one that supposedly had cancer. We don't know that. And her behaviour at the moment is just slightly thinking she's never had it, because how does she know that she's going to be well enough to travel around the world to promote her early years? I mean, surely if you've had cancer, you wouldn't have that premonition. It's almost like Kate's psychic. Oh no, I'm well enough, but I just don't think she's had it. And it's almost like they've said, look, if you don't do something now, you will never become Meghan. And they've said, look, we're going to have to change. We're going to have to turn it around. We're literally going to have to do the complete opposite and throw everything at it and put you out to these countries, and you'll be recognised like a global icon like Harry and Meghan. I don't know if it's going to work though, because as we all know, when Kate speaks, everything goes to pot. The whole thing just collapses. I mean, she's not fit to speak or talk. But I just think she was never like this before Meghan arrived in the royal family. And now all of a sudden it's, since Meghan's Zazzle business, and as we heard, Meghan's going to Switzerland tomorrow, and I find it a bit hypocritical how the press is saying, oh, isn't it strange how Meghan is going to Switzerland just after Kate's 2-day tour to Italy. Well, I think you'll find actually, when it was Archie's birthday on the 6th of May, they announced that Kate was going to Italy for a 2-day trip. That was announced on Archie's birthday, guys. Ready? And then also, it also said that she was doing an engagement that day as well in London at the university. So that was 2 announcements that Kate made on Archie's birthday. Yeah, all you media and Kate fans are scrutinising Meghan that she's going to Switzerland because of Kate's tour. That's rubbish. And someone said it's a bit too late for Kate, the boat's already gone. I mean, why wasn't she like this back in 2011? Because someone said if you really wanted to make change and you were that motivated, you'd have done it sooner, you'd have done it early, you'd have hit the ground running right at the beginning like Harry and Meghan did. But it's taken Kate 15 years just to cotton on and realise I need to become more like Meghan, so I'm going to have to up my image and my profile. I need all my team and aides to send me out to foreign countries to get me recognised and noticed, because at the moment I'm not a global icon. I'm not like Harry and Meghan. I'm not having that conversation. I'm not getting that audience. And I mean, her viewing figures on the Instagram reels when she went to Italy, 1.7 was the highest viewing figure for one of her videos that they put up. And also, I think they over promoted it because I think they did 8 posts on her first day in Italy on Instagram. And then the second day that she was in Italy, they did 7 posts on the Instagram account. And I think they're throwing too much at it, and it's making them look really desperate and needy, like we need people to notice us, we need people to look at the reels and photos and give us the likes and viewings that we desperately need. But you can't force people to watch a person that's boring, I'm afraid. She never did a speech, and someone said I was really shocked that she never did a speech in Italy, but it just shows you she's not capable. But now probably with all this last change ideas about her going around the world now to promote the early years, Finland, Iceland, Sweden. She's even going to the Earth shot this year with William, because I think they've said, look, if you don't go with your husband to the Earth shot, it's going to make you and William look ridiculous. Harry and Meghan can go out together, yet you can't even accompany your husband to the Earth shot, and that's going to be in Mumbai. And then also they're going to India to do a tour to Mumbai and Delhi. And I looked it up, and Meghan had been to Mumbai and Delhi, and it's almost like, again, it's a dig at Meghan, like, yes, we're going to go to a place where you made an impact and a change to people's lives. And I just thought of all the countries to choose, why pick those 2 countries that relate back to Meghan? And again, as I've said before, every time we see an article now of Kate Middleton, they always have to include Harry and Meghan in the article because no one would read it, I'm afraid. If you just put William and Kate in the article, or Kate alone, people wouldn't be interested. But if you put Harry and Meghan in the article, they're going to read it, and this is what they're having to do now. I think they've realised you're going to have to become exactly like Meghan if you want to be that global icon that she is. But I just can't see Kate succeeding. Who knows? God knows what's in line, but apparently she's desperately keen and eager to go around the world and promote her early years project.
Yeah, Harry told them, I'm sorry, I let you guys listen to it because as I started listening and I was like, oh, at least she's explaining, give us a summarization of what she did over there, because I didn't watch her thing at all. So I got a little understanding.
Without, I mean, I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. But as I said just now, the younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist, because they are the best connected, the most passionate generation that I think that we've ever had. And what we need to do is be able to create a platform so that they can be heard, because they have the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems.
I was actually going to ask you that because my sense would be that you've seen a lot of things up close. So you've seen miracles and you've seen great sadness. I mean, you go to a famine. Most of us read about one. And so you can see some things that perhaps none of us could really understand the scale or the breadth of the devastation up close. And you're saying that young people are the ones that keep you motivated to do this work. Why do you think young people are often so underestimated by society? Why do you think that 6-year-old voice or that 10-year-old voice or that 15-year-old voice is not treated the same way as that 60-year-old voice?
Because that's the way it's always been, you know, before social media, before internet, before the way that everybody was connected in a positive way. It was always presumed, this is my take on it, which may be very wrong, but I think the presumption was always the longer you spend on this planet, the more experience and the more knowledge that you have. Fine, I think we all agree that the longer you're around for, the more experience you have. But what kind of a world are we going to end up being part of if we don't listen to the younger generation who have all the solutions, they're better connected than ever before, and because of the connectivity, they have the opportunity and the ability to be able to fix problems in a quarter of the amount of time that anybody else of previous generations was able to do over a 10, 15, 20-year period.
So you're affiliated, as many in your family are, with many, many charities. You're patrons of certain organizations. I read that you have about 15 charities that you're affiliated with. Your brother and sister-in-law have about 35, but that's less than some other members of your family, right? You all are doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So how do you focus?
So,
And tell us, that by contrast, how many charities might other royals be affiliated with in different generations?
Hundreds. My grandmother had to rewrite the rule books to a certain extent. My father, my mother have also done it their way, and now we're the younger generation coming through, trying to do it our way because the world has changed so much. We believe that by streamlining and by bringing people together in order to affect real positive change is the only way forward. And it worked for previous generations, and we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about. But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year.
But have you had told them the plan, how to make it? I don't think that early childhood thing is something that Kate is up for. They push it on her, and this is what we get. All right, this is the next tweet. Apparently, this is 1 million of people. 31 seconds. What is this about, though?
That man would have took a bullet for me, I know he would have done. So, anniversary in 2 days, right? God bless you, boy. Everyone, thank you for behaviour. You've done yourself proud, you've done your country proud. We need to get ready to fight, people. The fight's coming. Let's end it on 2 songs. Thank you, God bless everybody, man.
Oh, I have no idea what this is about. I have no idea. It came under my timeline. Okay, straight out of the Trump's playbook. Hold up. Okay, yeah, haha. That was closing down. Okay, but what is that though? Okay, I have no idea. It was coming on under my timeline. Okay, next tweet. And I decided to share it with you. Alright, what is this now? Okay, so there's Fergie and her daughter. Is that Eugenie? Wow, Eugenie doesn't look very pleased here. Okay, Sarah Ferguson, secret friends with benefits relationship with P. Diddy. It lasted 4 years. Now Andrew Lonnie reveal traced with bad boy rapper that have world that have world agag. I don't know. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. This is my last tweet for this video.
Do you mean Sarah Ferguson was friends with benefits with Diddy? Puff Daddy.
But Meghan Markle makes jam. She makes jam. And she only goes and bloody arranges flowers. Can you believe that? I mean, Fergie might be like Puff Daddy's, one night stand and a friend of Jeffrey Epstein, but Meghan arranges flowers. And the audacity of her as a non-working royal to refuse to show pictures of her kids, even though she's not spending a penny of the taxpayers' money. The audacity that she dares to hide her kids from the press, even though the press castrate her every day, and Fergie pimps out her daughters to PDF files. The audacity. And she holds her baby bump. Can you believe that? When she was pregnant, she actually kept on, wait for this, holding her baby bump. How awful of a human being is she for doing that? Off with her head. Not to mention that before she met Prince Harry, she was actually a UN ambassador doing loads of charitable stuff for women. Who the
hell does she think she is? The audacity. And this one, I mean, Fergie might have been P. Diddy's F-buddy, allegedly, but Meghan went on national TV and showed emotion. She was probably going through post-traumatic stress, postpartum depression, and being hounded by the press every single day. And she showed a little bit of emotion on national TV. The cheek, the audacity. No wonder the whole of the UK and the UK press hate her. And I mean, she smiles too much. She smiles too much. She's been with Harry for nearly a decade, and she went and bloody married him. Like, no wonder she's the most hated royal in the UK. Fergie is only a side piece to one PDF file and a bestie to the other one, but Meghan Markle smiles, makes flower arrangements, marries a prince, and holds a baby lump. Sacrilege. Seriously off with her head. No wonder everyone hates her.
The sarcasm in this. Alright, so that's it. There's no comment. What was the prayer I did last? Okay. Let's do this one. Prayer for humanity. Prayer for humanity. I believe in angels. The word angel means messenger. Everything that exists is a manifestation of one being, and it manifests through messengers. Messengers deliver the will of the one being, and the supreme messenger is light. Light is alive, and it carries the message of life all around the universe. May God continue to protect Harry and Meghan, the world, and may we head in a brighter future despite what we are seeing now in this world. Maybe what we are facing right now around the globe is a wake-up call for people to be alert and awake, and when it's time for them to vote the right way. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
Go
together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.